Yo, guys, how are you? Wanted to give you guys an opportunity to call into the show, not to call in just yet. Vol Roadshow has a really nice post game show. I'm going to try to head over there as soon as I can. I know a bunch of my friends might come on in here. Going to probably head out to maybe a sports bar later, maybe in about 10 or 15 minutes. But there was so much news that I just wanted to get out. And the good news is I did upload a shit ton of videos. So you guys can go ahead and kind of get my unadulterated thoughts there. But I'm going to let you guys roll into the show. I'm going to give you an update on everything college football. Today was like a day where it's a sports buffet. You know what a sports buffet means? A sports buffet means that there's just so much news to get to that you don't even have time to process just everything going on. It's all rapid fire. And that's kind of what this live stream is going to be about. I mean, I've been consuming college football all day. I went to, as Wimbush uncorks a deep ball, which is going to be an amazing catch for a touchdown, as Notre Dame is beating Michigan by 2 touchdowns and an absolutely incredible catch in the back of the end zone. So college football, the one thing I love about this sport is that it is truly an all-day sort of deal. You know, when you watch college football, like, I'm curious to see Nebraska. I want to see Michigan. Penn State almost loses. Like, it is like March Madness every single day. There's always new things going on. And in that regard, it is better than the NFL because the 1 o'clock of the NFL is a lot of fun. The NFL, you know the players better, but there's just so much action going on right now in the world of sports and everything. So I'm glad that I have a couple of people watching the show. I'm going to try to go ahead and read your comments and I'll pretty much do this for about 15, 20 minutes, see if I can get some people. Jim Harbaugh firing up the troops. This would be one of the great wins for Michigan history, a team with a ton of expectations. It's only week 1, but they are down right now really, really bad. Really, really bad for the Michigan Wolverines. Anyway, let's start with Khalil Mack going to the Chicago Bears. Khalil Mack goes to the Chicago Bears. He goes to the Bears. The Bears pay him $26 million a pop, man. $26 million a pop to the Chicago Bears. He is not worth that contract. I don't think any player is. I mean, how many wins do you need? 4 wins? I mean, that's quarterback money. How is that going to be successful? How is that going to be successful? You're giving away your first round picks. You're paying Allen Robinson $15 million. You're paying, Khalil Mack this much money. The Bears are going to be tied up. The Oakland Raiders made a good decision. Screw Reggie McKenzie and his old ass. It is time for John Gruden to come in here and run this ship and let John run it the way he wants to. McKenzie is nothing but a figurehead. You gave Gruden $10 million. Let John Gruden make the decisions. Get McKenzie the heck out and get young assistants and young scouts for John Gruden and let him be Belichick. Because if you're paying the dude $10 million, you let him have the keys. And the point is, the Oakland Raiders today made a hell of a decision. They now are going to get the Chicago Bears, and they're going to get 2 picks likely in the top 15, including their own for next year. Because both these teams, the Bears and the Raiders, play in really tough divisions. I know that the Bears now have Leonard Floyd, Danny Trevathan, Kwiatkowski, and now Khalil Mack. And that is incredibly exciting for Bears fans. Mack is going to have to be an all-time great. He's going to have to be a Reggie White. He's going to have to be a guy that gets 14 sacks a season for the Chicago Bears and Vic Fangio's system. Mitchell Trubisky is going to have to pan out. And then how much money are you going to allocate to Mitch Trubisky? You have a young coach. You're taking tons and tons of risks with a young football coach and Matt Nagy, and you're just throwing shit together. I mean, Ryan Pace, you give him credit because he's impulsive enough, but the guy trades with the Niners to move back spots. And I think it's a great trade for the Oakland Raiders. I'm going to talk about Jabari's point. I'm going to talk about Mickinnon now. Jerick McKinnon. We have a lot of 49ers fans on here. This is troublesome. I mean, no Adrian Peterson. Basically, Alfred Morris is your guy with Matt Breida. They're going to have to now allocate the two runners. They're going to now have to allocate the two positions. And it is really, really, really poor. And I am going to answer your question, Phil. This is a good return by Michigan. I am going to answer it. I think it's a bad decision I think it's very bad news for the 49ers, but again, it's running back. Alfred Morris can play. Joe Williams is going to play. I still believe the Niners are a great team. Look at the Patriots, okay? They have James White. They have Rex Burkhead. You can find running backs. Mickinnon was going to be a very valuable asset to this team this year. I didn't buy into him initially, but he was a guy that could run the football out of the backfield, and now you are losing that quality of your offense. You're losing a receiving running back that was very fast, that was poised to have a breakout season at this still young age, and this is a career-ending injury at a position at running back, and it causes the 49ers now. The loss to Carlos Hyde now is massive, because if you still had Hyde, you'd still have stability at the position. Whew. Thank you. New York Giants, I will say this, Paul, Darian Thompson being cut, Jerry Reese, idiotic, third-round pick, very disappointed. I thought the guy from Boise would be better. I thought it was a good pick. Maniac brings up the Tennessee Volunteers. Jabari, I think as a running back, you are going to have a very hard time getting back. I mean, your shelf life is this. Maniac, yes, I want to talk about Tennessee today. The second half, I love the first half. Like, going into the locker room, I was really feeling good about the Tennessee Volunteers. I was feeling great about Tennessee when Tennessee went into the locker room down 13-7 and Will Grier was looking very scattered. I felt great. The fourth down thing worked to perfection. I will tell you this, that the running back for Tennessee, Tim Jordan, he played a whale of a game today, Tim Jordan. I will tell you that Jarrett Guantanamo looked really, really good today for Tennessee. And I will tell you that Tennessee is depleted in the secondary. I mean, Butch Jones left them with a pile of hot dog shit. That's what he left them with. And Tennessee's trying to scrape this thing together. Brandon Kennedy was a disaster. The offensive line got manhandled in the first half. The play calling of Ty Helton was absolutely horrible. So Tennessee has an unimaginative play caller, and they came out and they just got beat in the second half. Now, there are positives. Tennessee didn't fold. They fought back with a nice drive in the second half, but West Virginia has a much better defense than I thought they would, and Will Grier played well and made things happen. Good throw by Shea. He's finally setting in. Why do you think Davis Webb is going to get dealt? And why would the Giants do that? I mean, Lauletta really struggled in his game. I mean, so you think Alex Tanney and now Kyle Lauletta, I mean, if Webb's going to get traded, it's going to be for a second-round pick. If Davis Webb gets traded, I'll be in witness protection. I'll be off the damn grid if he gets traded. Because Davis Webb's my guy. He's the guy that I said would be the future of this franchise, and that would just be so sad. And the point is, too, Big Blue for life, is that Davis Webb is a huge Eli Manning. Him and Eli Manning get along well. As Patterson and Corch one deep, incomplete. The Irish off to a great start. Ah, man, that's a great idea. What a great idea from Great Day. Dion Lewis. I agree. This is the time. Trade a second-round pick for Dion freaking Lewis. I love that move. You give him Matt Breida or something. That's brilliant. That's a brilliant move, right? McKinnon's not completely lost, but I agree. I agree that Jerick McKinnon, that Dion Lewis would be absolutely perfect. Like, there's running. How about Duke Johnson? Duke Johnson, it's time to pick up the phone and start dialing, in the words of the great Wolf of Wall Street. I agree. I think the move now looks really good. You're going to run Alfred into the ground. You're going to run Alfred Morris into the damn ground this year, and he played with Kyle Shanahan. It's a low-risk move. Good throw there by Shea Patterson. Doug Lass is back. Doug Lass, what's up, man? How are you, man? We're doing a little live stream here on Rover Sports. Come talk college and NFL football right here. So today, Darian Thompson gets cut. First of all, I didn't even highlight this, but A.J. McCarron cut from the Buffalo Bills. Really good move. Corey Coleman and McCarron getting cut. Let me tell you why it's a good move. A.J. McCarron, I am going to be careful with my words here. He is not the best teammate in the world. He is a guy that is frustrated. He was the man at Alabama, okay? It's Josh Allen's team. A.J. McCarron is a salty competitor, okay? And the point is that A.J. McCarron, when now that you have Nate Peterman as your starter, it's perfect because Peterman's a willing guy. He's a good teammate. He'll go in there and he'll go into the fire and he'll just get freaking thrown into that brush fire and he'll quickly just dissolve into pieces. But McCarron is a little more of a fighter, a little more tension in that quarterback room. Send A.J. McCarron away, a little bit of an attitude. When you hear McCarron interviewed, he's a little bit of an attitude. So I love Peterman because Peterman's not a threat to Josh Allen. Make Josh more comfortable. Corey Coleman and his clown mentality. How about Corey Coleman? This dude's fallen off the world. He was the 15th overall pick, and he was horrible. Horrible. I completely disagree with you, Doug Lass. I thought that the Jets made a great move. I thought the Jets made a tremendous decision. I thought the Jets made a great move by getting a third-rounder back. Alabama and Louisville about to take off. This is a huge drive from Shea. Shea settling in. I'm liking this drive. Get rid of it. Ball's in the air. Almost an interception. Almost an interception there. Notre Dame is coming out balling. Brandon Wimbush sticking it to the haters. 14-0 in South Bend right now. Let's go around college football. Penn State. James Franklin and his overrated ass almost got beat by Appalachian State. Trace McSorley was a magician late in the game. Penn State's going to suck, okay? Penn State, overrated. Dave's coming up for the game. Nah, man, maybe a Falcons jersey. Who knows? Will Grier played really well today, man. I like Drew Lock a lot more than Will Grier. Stidham has a much better arm than Will Grier does. And let's see Shea. Oh, this sucks. Oh, fuck. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is a massacre. This is a disaster. This is a complete and colossal failure. This is one of the worst quarters in Michigan football. Not a hyperbole. Not a hyperbolic statement. This is one of the worst quarters in the heck of Michigan football. Will Grier played well today. He has good touch passes. He's a Derek Carr. He will be a franchise quarterback for about 10 years. Drew Lock has a chance to be a superstar. Jarrett Stidham today made next level throws. The problem with Stidham is that he's slow. He's not a dumb I'm not saying that he's dumb. I'm saying that in football sense, he doesn't react quickly. He will get sacked. He will get hurt. He doesn't get the ball out of his hands quick enough. He's a deadly accurate passer. He can really make talented throws. He's going to light up the combine. Jarrett Stidham has a higher upside than Will Grier. Will Grier just is a more natural player at the position. Will Grier knows how to get the ball out quickly, has good touch, does everything you would want, okay? He's a Derek Carr. He's not going to scare you throwing it deep. All right, I got to turn that game on then. Tua and the Crimson Tide. Let me turn on that sucker. And it's a shame. I want to call up Catfish's radio show. But Tua's in the game right now. Let's watch that series. Good decision by Alabama, putting Tua in the game. And imagine if Louisville can make this a ball game. 3rd and 13. No one expects Louisville to play anything tonight. This is freaking awesome. I love having college football back. I mean, college football, one of the best products in the world. Good dump off to Damian Harris. Harris gets a first down. Big play for the Crimson Tide. What is up, everybody? What is going on? Thank you guys for coming into the show. First of all, the trade for the Jets was fantastic. I mean, Bridgewater's a free agent. You get a 3rd-round pick. You're going to try to turn that into Dante Fowler or something, man. I love college football. I mean, because Ole Miss, let me tell you guys something today. Ole Miss kicked the living shit out of Cliff Kingsbury. as Tua again getting the ball out of his hands. He's like a Garoppolo. He's the next Garoppolo. He just processes so freaking quickly. But what I was going to say is that Mississippi looked great today. That Tamu kid, he might even be a better quarterback than Stidham Greer. That Tamu kid is ridiculous. A.J. Brown to Kalen Metcalf, the new running back that they're imploring, Matt Luke and this defense actually looking somewhat good. And Texas Tech is just screwed. Cliff Kingsbury's dead. The coach from North Carolina, Larry Fedora, those guys are going to get fired at the end of the season. Look at this run. Holy shit, is that Henry Ruggs? No, it is Smith, the guy who caught the touchdown last year. Boy, is he freaking fast. Holy shit, what a run and catch from Alabama. I do not think Eli's going to retire after this year. No. 2 years. Yeah, Appalachian State, man, it's frustrating being a fan of their team because you want to see Daniel Jeremiah in that school. You want to see them get a win. Oh, look at Chip Kelly down 14-10. Oh, wow, the Chippers. The Chippewas. The Chip Kelly losing to freaking Mississippi as Tua goes on the run and Tua doesn't take a shot out of bounds. Hope he's okay. You don't want to see your quarterback there. What a drive from Tua. Tua's rocking and rolling, baby. Just like I said, Tua is rolling. Jalen Hurts will be a transfer guy. Period. End of story. Overall, a really good day in college football. I say Mississippi surprised me. Penn State's looking bad. Auburn looking tremendously good. Washington is a very well-coached team with a terrible quarterback. And that Auburn-Washington game was exactly what I expected today. Tua on the run, Tua improvising, Tua end zone, touchdown. What a throw and catch. Magic! Magic from Tua! Oh, no, and is he concussed? You got to be shitting me. You got to be freaking shitting me. That was a magical play, and the dude might be concussed. Oh, my freaking God. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you 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 kidding? Might just be a concussion. We'll see. Whew. College football. Here, there, everywhere. You can't watch all this shit. It's like everything's flying in front of your face. You know, I want to see Nebraska. I want to see Kentucky. I want to see Arkansas. You just can't. I think Stidham will get a chance, but he can't process fast enough, so I have worries. Let's see if this is a cheap shot. No, it's not. It was a low shot. His head landed on the ground, and it looks like he's going to be okay. So yeah. Wisconsin with a big win. Congratulations on that one. It should be a good season of college football. And Jared Jeudy with a touchdown for Alabama. I would put Tua out next if he's still good to go. Now Jalen is going to be forced into the game early because of the injury scare. I thought it was terrible that Brian Robeson was released because Robeson, 96 questions, that's a team bonding thing. And that's really, really sad that Robeson got cut. It should not happen. Terrence Newman joining the coaching staff is absolutely awesome. The guy's had a tremendous, tremendous career as a Cowboy, and he's a great Kansas State Wildcat. He's a legend for sure. I didn't like the Giants signing Odell Beckham either. I mean, you're going all in this year in order to win a championship. Mark Herzlich and Darian Thompson getting released. Pretty big news for the New York Giants. So, yeah, Dave, I'll see you later. My favorite to win the NFL championship. Stop talking like I know anything. Well, do you want me to talk like I don't know anything? It might not be as good of a product there, Randall. My favorite to win the national championship is going to be Alabama. I'll give it to Tua. It's Alabama and Clemson. These are two teams that are great. Clemson's defensive line, but Auburn was awesome today. I think Auburn's the second best team maybe in the SEC. We'll have to see how Georgia goes up to Columbia next week. South Carolina looking fine. A lot of cupcakes. Ole Miss looking a lot better than expected. Ole Miss is going to be a really fun team to watch this year. Troy, welcome back into the show, man. How are you doing? It's great to have you back. It's great to do a little live stream with you guys tonight. I'm going to be here probably about 5 more minutes, but Troy, very sad news about Jerick McKinnon today. And now the 49ers fans all coming in to talk. It is a tough day. You're just waiting for the damn season to start. It's felt like the longest of time since the 49ers played the Rams in the last regular season game. And I'm going to be breaking down film. I cannot wait for the season of the NFL to start. I'm dying for football. I am dying for football. Woo! Randall, a real adversary in the group chat. I don't know, and I don't know why they were practicing this hard right now. But the thing is, it could have been a non-contact injury to Jerick McKinnon. That's what might have happened. So I think Georgia is good too. Justin Fields getting in the game today. I like that too. Justin Fields is a big time player. And Troy, college football is amazing. I mean, I know that like a lot of you guys live near the Maryland area. Texas losing was an incredible story today. Early on, the weather, the 5-hour games, Tom Herman not figuring out a quarterback. Unbelievable stuff. And we're going to see if Michigan can get their feet settled in, and we'll see. I mean, what a catch by Notre Dame. Notre Dame and the new offensive coordinator, they're coming out they're coming out punching today. But Texas, what a terrible loss. I mean, you just lost to these guys. The coach of Maryland is 1 foot out the door. You go to sleepy FedEx Field where your fan base has most of the stadium, and you lose to Maryland. A really bad loss. I trust in Tom Herman. He's recruiting at a really high level. They need a quarterback. They need somebody that's going to tell them about a quarterback. And I'll tell you what is it, Tim Beck? He needs to get removed immediately. Tom Herman needs to grow up, and he needs to fire Tim Beck. Man, I got what you're saying. You think that the Chicago Bears, I understand why you're upset at me. You think that the Bears won the trade. It is exciting for the Bears. Their linebacking core is good. Leonard Floyd's going to play. Are the Bears going to win the NFC North this year, or are they going to come in third place? And you're giving up 2 first-round picks. Your cap is pretty much done. You are completing your team, and you're not allowing yourself any wiggle room for more deals to be done. Let's see this new kid. Puma pass, baby. Puma pass. Jawan pass. The Puma pass. So Shea takes over 14-0. Can Michigan settle the storm? Shea play action. Shea with a beautiful throw to the outside. It's funny to see Shea play in a structure instead of Phil Longo's offense. You know, it is fun to see Shea Patterson in a damn structure. So, I don't know why the Giants kept 4 quarterbacks. I mean, why did they need Alex Tanney? I mean, that's ridiculous to me. And Darian Thompson getting cut. I mean, what a brutal draft pick that was. Yeah, Broadway Joe. Let's talk about the quarterbacks. You think Shea has great potential? Jordan Ta'amu looking really good, man. Joe, who are some of the best quarterbacks in college football? I think Jarrett Stidham looked pretty good today. I think Greer did all right. But Drew Lock is the number 1 guy by far in college football. Then I'd go Tua Tagovailoa. So those 2 guys are squaring away the best. But then Shea Patterson and Ta'amu of Ole Miss, that could be a lethal duo. And then Will Grier and then Stidham. I mean, the problem with Stidham is if Stidham could pick up blitzes, he would absolutely be great. And Big Blue for life, Drew Lock is a freaking animal. So, I agree, man. I mean, you're paying the guy $23 million. I mean, that's quarterback money. This guy's got to be the second coming of Reggie White. He has to be the second coming of like a Brian Urlacher in terms of a defensive player. But in terms of a sack master, you're going to need a guy like a Strahan, like was for the Giants. You're going to need to be one of the best defensive players ever. You're going to need to be, maybe a Hall of Fame level talent, and you're paying the guy for 6 years off of injury history. I don't know. And I think that the Oakland Raiders are doing this thing right. I love what Oakland's doing. They're loading up on assets. They're clearing out the cap. Their defense sucks anyway. Brilliant negotiating. by John Gruden and Khalil Mack. I don't think Gruden has anything against Mack. It's just that he's too valuable of a player. Too valuable of a player. He is going to be the 3-4 linebacker. He's going to be coming off the edge like Olivier Vernon would do in the Vic Fangio system, yes. I don't like the trade. I think it's a risky trade for the Chicago Bears. I think most people like the trade. Most people don't like John Gruden. They think that he's out of touch, but I'm going to tell you I like the trade. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. And Troy, those Mountaineers gained my respect. I came at them pretty hard. I'm going to give them their due. Dana Holgorsen has a defensive line. That number 4 is a really good cornerback. Overall, a hell of a day for college football. Ole Miss, a big winner today. West Virginia, a big winner today. I'm going to say other teams that I think won the day. I think USC won today. So JT Daniels getting settled in, which is very, very good. Arkansas and Chad Morris getting off to a nice start today. The Auburn Tigers are probably the biggest winner. Kevin Steele's defense. I mean, let me just tell you the guys on Auburn that are unbelievable. I mean, that kid, Daniel Thomas, that 24 is a really, really good linebacker for the Auburn Tigers. I'm going to tell you guys about Auburn right here. I'm going to tell you their defense. I mean, they have a guy up front today who made a hell of a play on Jake Browning, and that won them the football game. It was an ugly kind of field goal game, except it wasn't that boring. The guy is Nick Coe. He is a redshirt sophomore, number 91. He is a beast. Derek Brown, number 5, is going to get drafted to the NFL. He is a mobile defensive tackle that's really fast, really athletic. Kevin Steele and that Auburn team is really good. So, all righty, guys. Thanks for watching the show. I will probably be with you guys tomorrow, and we will see if Michigan can punch this bad boy in the end zone. We'll see y'all. Thank you guys for joining the show. All right.